You know, you sound so
Yeah, I'm
unexcited.
sick. I'm sick, Ayla. What do you want me to say? Yeah, right now my sinuses are throbbing, okay? So I don't know what you
How are
want.
you still working? Why are you still here?
Because I don't have a choice, because you can't always be a pretty girl that gets everything in life handed
Yeah.
to you, okay? Some of us have to work hard our entire lives for
Yeah.
everything we have. So here I am in the
Yeah.
clutches of a sinus infection that might kill me, still working, okay, to my dying breath.
Yeah. Sounds like a hard life.
It
Maybe you should have
is.
been born a woman.
I should have, but here we are, Steven instead of Stephanie, okay? What do you want me to do?
I have a couple men underneath the table massaging my feet right now.
Do you really? Nice. How much do they pay you for
Yeah.
those positions?
You
Women
know,
are
they pay
women
my
are cool
rent.
because you can actually have other people pay you to give you massages. Like everything in
Mhm.
your life is just completely upside down, huh?
I actually got into a fight. Well, not like a fight. I got into a tense experience with a partner because I was anguishing over aging. I am terrified of men not wanting to right now. I'm like
Hmm.
just like in that mood. And he was like, "Well, it's a kind of a trade-off because men don't get earlier in life." And it's like, I don't know which one's better. And then I got mad at him.
Wow. Well, if it makes you feel any better, there's probably always going to be men that want to because that's kind of how men work. So I think
Yeah,
you'll be
it's not
a-okay. All right.
like I don't think so. Like would you have with a 70-year-old woman?
70-year-old woman. It depends on. There's a couple factors that have to weigh, but 70. You're so far off 70.
That
Wait, how old are
it,
you again? Aren't you like 35 or something, or not even? What are you?
thanks. I'm 31.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're younger than me then. Why are you freaking out? You've had like 10 years into adulthood. You've got like
No,
20
okay,
years
okay,
before you have serious problems with.
okay.
Okay?
I'm
Do you think
freaking
guys out here
out
are like, what I
because
45-year-old woman? I don't know. You know, there's some slim pickings out here for most of these losers, okay? So I think you'll probably be okay, all right?
yeah, well, I don't. Okay, I was at like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I was at or it's CNC. We don't call it the bad word. I was at a CNC,
Mm-hmm.
and the problem with the CNC orgy is that you quickly see stratification of attractiveness because if there's no like female boundaries for like who's having with whom, then all of the men just go for like the hottest, youngest women, and then the women that are not that end up on the sidelines. And
Wow.
then I witnessed a
That just
couple of
must be
these, and
like,
this was
I'm trying
horrifying.
to imagine if I went to an orgy and only half the guys there wanted to instantly, it would just destroy my self-esteem. I
No,
can't
okay,
imagine being in a room with 100 girls as a guy and only like 35 of the girls want to instantly. I don't
you
know
don't
if my
understand.
psyche could
You
handle
don't
it. Oh
understand.
my God.
I
Tell me
actually don't.
more.
I'm like afraid of telling you more because I'm afraid they're gonna watch this and then feel bad. But
Mm-hmm.
to be fair, I do think it's some of it's natural variation. But like at one point, for example, there's a massive bodies on the floor, women screaming, men grunting,
Mm-hmm.
and there was just like a couple ladies just standing quietly on the outside watching it forlornly, and I was like, "Ah,
Do you
that's
think it
bad."
might be more of an, not to go total the opposite mode and ignore all realities, but do you think that there might have been like an attitude thing there?
Like a desperation,
No,
which is
no, that like
unattractive.
if the girl thinks she's unattractive and she's like moping off to the side, and then like there's other girls that are just like throwing themselves into the that like maybe those girls are gonna be more likely to get and attracted by a lot of
No,
people. No, I think it
it's
was just.
C and C. All of the women were trying not to get ostensibly. Is that how you say that word?
What do you mean
Ostentatious.
trying? Ostensibly is
Like
correct there.
running away. Hence,
Maybe
I was
the
running
other girls
away.
were just really good at running. Maybe they were really quick. Maybe you had some track stars there.
That's not, that's not even how it worked. I don't know. But the thing is, the problem is
Can
even
you
worse
wait,
is that
real
we
quick
had.
before you set the scene? Or can you set the scene for me? What do you mean by running? Or do you actually have women like running around a room, like avoiding, and then other guys are like punching them in the back? Or what is this? Like, are you getting
Well,
tripped by one guy and then like three others are jumping on you? Or
well, there wasn't a ton of room to run, but there was at least one instance in which somebody was grabbing me and then I ran, and then they all ran after me and then tackled me to the floor, and then 11 people, which
okay,
was lovely. Strong recommend. But the problem is we had I think men would prefer to gang up with another man on a woman they find more attractive than go and have alone with a woman they're less attracted to. Because we had more like men than women, but it wasn't enough apparently.
I'm just, I'm so curious what this actually looked. I listen. I hate incels and red pills and all this blah blah blah. But I really do feel like if a woman had to deal with the amount of sexual attention a guy gets in a day, I think an average woman would become suicidal.
Yeah,
But
but like it's all like tied to different kinds of meaning, right? Like if you're a guy, it's considered like not really a strong reflection on your sense of self-worth if a woman rejects you.
man,
Like
I don't
it's
know.
like
I feel like
women are supposed
guys.
to reject you.
The ironic thing is, I think that guys even though it's harder for us, I think it reflects on guys even more. That's why you see, like, for instance, like in these red pill communities, all these people desperately have to take pictures with every girl they're with. They always have to bring up their body count to do that, because guys, like, they really do. Look at, like, are you following like this Logan Paul right now?
Wait, is that the one with the girlfriend who's getting made fun of for being a whore?
Yes, and by whore, like, is
so
in
funny.
pictures with other guys, right? That's what she's
so
being made
funny.
fun of right now, right? But, like, it's not even about the woman. They use, like, the woman as an attack vector against the guy, because, like, the woman's validation must not mean much if she's giving it to a lot of guys. I think that's why for a lot of these guys, why a virgin is, like, the ultimate prize. It's because, like, oh my God, I'm getting validation from a woman who's only giving it to me and no other guy. So it's, like, the best type of validation. Like, that's unironically how a lot of these guys think.
Yeah, this is true. I don't think they understand there's the slut cloud, like the people who have sex with a lot of people are having sex with a lot of people kind of thing.
Yeah, man, well, I mean, like, they theoretically or intellectually don't understand it, but intuitively they do, because when you look at all these red pill guys that talk about how important it is to have, like, really good virgins and blah blah blah, but if you look at who they're all right, always. So yeah, it's funny. It's just, I don't know, it's a grift. I don't know.
I mean, it's like ancient. It's ancient biology or whatever.
Sure.
Okay. Why do polyamorous people weigh more?
Why do polyamorous people weigh more?
Yeah.
People who are in alternate sex lifestyles are always weird. And part of
But
that.
why?
Why?
This is what I found in my data. Like 600,000 people on average they have a weigh around 10 pounds more. Like if you take the very monogamous people and very poly people.
If I had to guess, there's probably an ideal life path that you can go down, and this ideal life path is going to map onto a lot of pretty predictable traits. And very rarely do people diverge in one or two ways. Usually they end up taking totally different life paths. That'd be my guess. So the way that you end up in alternative sexual scenes probably isn't like, oh, like, I'm a relatively well-adjusted, maybe conservative political person, and maybe I have a normal life and healthy, blah, blah, and then I'm just going to go 30 people. It's probably more like at an early age, you try weird piercings, or you get bullied, or you're overweight, or blah, blah, blah. Like, those alternative people probably tend to end up in alternative lifestyles. It's not just like, because people very rarely make conscious decisions about what they want to do. They just get lumped in with other communities and then tend in that direction. That'd be my guess.
You're saying that, like, weirdness tends to correlate. Like there's a general weirdness factor, like deviance factor?
Probably, yeah. But we say deviance, but that deviance is probably associated with a lot of other, like, non-necessarily deviant behavior. Like, you'd probably find maybe more like health problems or something. Like wealthy people. Like if I draw a box around wealthy people probably tend to be more monogamous, probably tend to be more religious, probably tend to be more wealthy. Obviously, the wealthy have more money, probably tend to look better, probably tend to weigh healthier weights, right? Except like that kind of stuff. Like all of that will probably map on together, would be my guess.
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.